Jump to conclusions, but not in a million years did I believe that fight would underweight did.
Obviously very, very disappointed and down, but it is what it is. He's got to regroup, get himself back together and get himself back in.
Terence Crawford has officially pulled out of the Canelo fight, just one day before it was set to happen. Fans are left in disbelief, asking what really happened. Was it an injury, behind-the-scenes drama, or something even bigger that hasn't been revealed yet? The timing has everyone suspicious, and the boxing world is buzzing with non-stop speculation tonight.
He drops him into the ropes, and that's it! Tony Weeks stops the fight!
And I guarantee, fight night.
The boxing world is in an uproar. Some say there are serious issues inside Crawford's camp, while others believe he simply couldn't handle the pressure. But the loudest reaction is coming from Canelo himself, furious and feeling robbed of the spotlight he worked for. Was this a smart tactical move from Crawford, or is a much bigger scandal about to break?
People who don't wanna believe, they don't believe, even if it is true what I say or the proof is there. They wanna believe.
Thing on your record that you wish hadn't happened.
No.
Even veteran analysts like Johnny Nelson admit they are stunned. The timing, the silence, and the sudden chaos remind many of past boxing controversies. Was Crawford's team keeping this under wraps until the very last second, or were they just as shocked as everyone else? With no clear answers, the speculation only grows and the mystery keeps getting deeper.
And what drugs you take, it doesn't make you a better fighter. Might make you stronger, might make you fit. It doesn't make you a better fighter. That's proof. So until more news.
Now the rumors have exploded to another level. Talk of a possible poisoning. At first, most brushed it off as pure nonsense. But with Crawford suddenly pulling out, people are starting to wonder if there's more to it. Was it just fake news? Or is there a darker truth waiting to be uncovered? The suspense keeps building.
Thing popped up and said it's fake news that the fight was off and all this sort of stuff was going on about some poisoning, scandal, foolishness, and they tried to shut this thing down. And I'm saying that's fake news. So yeah, I'm not having that. So let's wait and see. If it's true, that's a shame. We'd love to get to the bottom of it. But I'd heard this yesterday, but I just put it down as fake news. It's not real. So all we can do is react to what we know, so we can speculate.
The backlash is growing louder by the hour. If there's any truth to these explosive rumors, many argue Crawford doesn't deserve a second chance. No excuses, no leniency. Was this an unfortunate twist of fate, or something far more serious? Demands for consequences are adding even more fuel to the storm of uncertainty surrounding this saga.
Listen, I've always been strong on that. I've always been strong on the fact that I don't believe in giving them a second chance.
You're basically saying, no 3 strikes and you're out.
No 3 strikes
and you're out.
No.
One, you failed the test and gone ski.
Absolutely, because I just believe then that moving forward, people would think twice about doing it. If they think, well, you know what, I'll get a second chance anyway.
YB Patreon summed it up perfectly. The frustration fans everywhere are feeling. How does a fighter agree to the biggest moment of his career, only to walk away when the spotlight is brightest? Yes, injuries happen in boxing, but the timing feels too convenient, and the explanations aren't convincing anyone. Was Crawford truly injured, or did nerves creep in at the last second? Some even suggest he saw something in Canelo's preparation that shook his confidence. Meanwhile, Canelo stands firm, healthy, focused, and demanding the fight he prepared for. Fans can't help but compare the two. One man ready for battle, the other slipping away into the shadows. The mood is clear. Boxing deserves answers, and right now, Crawford isn't giving them.
That people schedule fights and then they pull out. Oh, I was injured. Well, if you was injured, you won't be injured in 4 months.
Canelo Alvarez admits he's just as stunned as everyone else. His public response shows calm professionalism, but you can feel the disappointment and anger underneath. Like the rest of us, he has no clear answers. And that's the problem. Nobody knows. Crawford's last-minute withdrawal leaves only questions. Was it an injury, problems inside his camp, or doubt creeping in at the worst possible time? Canelo has faced every kind of opponent without ever backing down, which makes this collapse even harder to understand. Why wait until the final day to walk away? Fans admire Canelo's composure, but many believe he must feel robbed of the fight he trained for. When the biggest event of the year falls apart overnight, it's natural to wonder if something bigger, maybe even darker, is being hidden. For now, all anyone has are rumors and Canelo's shocked reaction.
I don't know exactly what is going on, and so I don't have anything to say right now.
I'm surprised, yes.
Teddy Atlas points out what makes Canelo Alvarez different, his true warrior mentality. Canelo never hides, never backs down, and always seeks the toughest challenges, no matter the risk. That's the mark of greatness. Crawford's last-minute withdrawal, however, paints a very different picture. Did he realize moving up in weight would expose his limits? Or was it simply nerves when the spotlight hit its brightest? The contrast is impossible to ignore, one fighter demanding competition, the other disappearing when it mattered most. Atlas, a man who knows the sport inside and out, says what many are already thinking. Canelo is driven by legacy, while Crawford now looks defined by excuses. The fight may be off, but the questions remain. And the shadow of doubt hanging over Crawford only grows darker with each passing day.
And what he wants to do, he wants to fight the best guy available. He was ready to fight the best guy available, the world champion. So give me the next best guy. Well, this guy, you sure? I mean, you want it? Yeah, I want him.
Frank Warren isn't holding back his anger, and for good reason. A fight of this size costs millions to build. Training camps, sparring partners, nutritionists, venues, every detail is an investment that disappears the second a fighter pulls out. For Canelo's camp, it's a financial disaster. For boxing as a whole, it feels like betrayal. Fans believed the hype, broadcasters poured in money, and now everyone is left with nothing. Warren's frustration echoes across the boxing world because this isn't just one fighter backing out, it's about accountability. Was Crawford truly forced out by circumstances he couldn't control, or did he fold under pressure when it mattered most? Yes, the money lost is huge, but the real damage is to trust and reputation. That's why Warren's fury strikes a chord. This isn't just business, it's about the very soul of boxing.
Pissed off. I mean, he was a big fight. He's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp, booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutritionists, the chefs, trainers and everybody, and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss. You can't insure it. Or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure. But very, very disappointed.
Canelo Alvarez had warned this could happen. Moving up to 168 was always a dangerous gamble, and Canelo believed Crawford would eventually realize he was in too deep. Canelo's confidence never wavered. When asked about a knockout, his answer was blunt: why not? That kind of belief comes from years of fighting the best, adjusting to every style, and proving himself over and over again. Now, with Crawford's sudden withdrawal, many are asking, was this his silent admission that Canelo was right all along? Facing Canelo at super middleweight isn't just another fight, it's a career-defining risk. For Canelo, it's just another challenge. For Crawford, perhaps the weight of that risk became too much to carry. Fans are left questioning, did he realize the truth too late? If so, Canelo's warning has become prophecy, and Crawford's reputation may never be the same.
Be a moment where Crawford realizes that he's in over his head moving up to 168.
It's gonna be a moment. In boxing, everything can happen, right?
Do you believe you knock him out?
Yeah, why not? I'm very focused on Crawford and nothing else.
Dave Caldwell isn't surprised by Crawford's withdrawal, and that alone says a lot. He believes the build-up may have gone too far. Trash talk is normal in boxing, but physical provocation is another matter. Some now wonder if Crawford's exit wasn't about injury or nerves at all, but the result of losing the psychological battle with Canelo. Caldwell points to a key moment, when things turned physical at the press conference. Touching a fighter's face crosses a line, and maybe that's when Crawford realized he was out of his depth. Fans are asking whether the pressure cooker simply boiled over, forcing him to retreat. Meanwhile, Canelo thrives in these situations. His entire career has been built on high-stakes drama, and has never flinched when things turned personal. If Crawford let the press room tension shape his decision, it only adds to the belief that Canelo had already won the mental war long before fight night.
I'm not surprised.
Does that cross the lane, do you think?
Yeah, it does. Listen, the presser was good. It was a great presser, back and forth, poking each other, but not too far. But once you get physical and you touch a man's face.
Greg Hackett puts it plainly, Canelo Alvarez has faced every style the sport can throw at him. Southpaws, power punches, slick technicians, relentless pressure fighters. He's seen it all. That wealth of experience gives him unshakable confidence because nothing in the ring surprises him anymore, and that's what makes Crawford's withdrawal look suspicious. When you're up against a fighter with Canelo's pedigree, even elite opponents can feel the weight of it. Hackett points out that Canelo doesn't fear what others bring. He studies it, breaks it down, and dismantles it piece by piece. Did Crawford realize this too late, after watching Canelo's camp sharpen every weapon? Many fans think so. The whispers are growing that Crawford underestimated just how complete Canelo really is, until the reality hit. Hackett's point is crystal clear. Stepping into the ring with Canelo means facing not just a man, but decades of world-class experience. Maybe Crawford recognized that truth, and decided he wasn't ready to carry that burden under the brightest lights.
I mean, Jerron Ennis get from it being in with the elite, a guy who's prepared for everything. One thing you can't say about Canelo is that he hasn't seen something. Canelo's seen southpaws, he's seen tall guys, short guys, slick fighters, he's seen bulls, he's been up against everything. So you get a world of experience with a guy like Canelo. You get a guy who's in full confidence with a guy like Canelo. So with that type of boxing, I would see Canelo really not worried about so much of what Boots trying to do to him, but really just paying attention to him. But then it's the same, like, I don't know, I can see Boots kind of like, I think the mindset for Boots would be not only to prove I can hang, but to also be trying to see what will come with this shit.